welcome back to the vlog, and welcome for the first time in 2024 to the Gateway Kartplex. The cart is here, and it is all put back together, and it is looking better than ever before. I genuinely don't think I've ever seen a go-kart that looks this striking in person. I cannot wait to see this thing out on track, but for now, I'm going to film the clips that you saw earlier in the reveal video, and then we are going to get it out on track later to shake it down for its first ever test drive. I cannot wait. Let's see you there. Also, while I am here, I need your help with something. So as you guys know, I am running in the Ignite Challenge series this year, and the Ignite Challenge is a travel series, which means that I'll have to travel with the cart. And since I don't have a trailer and my Fusion is way too small, we are going to be using this as our transport vehicle. And my predicament that I'm in is I can't figure out how I'm going to fit this and all of my gear, my tools, and my luggage in here at the same time. First of all, since this is the limited model, it has these special seats in the back that do not fold and do not come out of the car. So that is as far forward as they go. And so if we do this on both sides, then this space right here, from here down to there, that is all that we are working with right now. And so I have to find some way to get all of my stuff, including the cart, in here somehow. My original idea was maybe there's a way to like elevate the cart up and then maybe put some stuff underneath it. But if you guys have any ideas or have any experience with this sort of thing, please let me know, because I don't even know where to start with this. And I kind of need to figure out a solution sooner rather than later. And we are back. It is Friday now, and this is officially going to be our testing day. I actually don't know if we'll get another testing day before the race, so we're just gonna have to be here all day and maximize what we can do. On Sunday, I started work basically putting this thing back together again. I got the weights on, I got the RPM lead back on, I got that little carb dump tube back on, and I started work on the PPF layer on the front bumper. You can barely notice it, but you can see, I'll try and zoom in here, the little cut mark where the PPF ends and the regular final starts. So the entire front bumper and then the side pods and the rear bumper is gonna get done. And since this wind will not leave me alone, and I struggled with it a lot on Sunday, I'm just gonna unbolt these panels again and then just take them inside the building with the PPF and then do all the installation stuff in there, because I do not want to go through the same struggle I did on Sunday. So I'm gonna try that and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is that I managed to use the entire roll of the PPF on the front bumper, so I will need to order a lot more. But the good news is that it went on clean enough and that it doesn't really take away from the look of the cart, which is what I was hoping. So now the entire front end of the cart is completely protected, aside from these little bits right here, which I may have to do later. And obviously the sides and the back, which I will be doing before the first race, providing I can get PPF in time. But now basically what we're going to do is put all the finishing touches in this cart, get fluids in it, and then we can start driving it for the first time in 2024. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, I've put all the fuel and the oil in, and I've lubricated everything. I think we're ready for the cart's first startup of 2024. Let's see if it works. That was not supposed to happen. Apparently, this is jammed, and it will not retract. I took it off and took a look at it. I mean, it looks fine. It still does like the retracting thing. I think what happened was that maybe it was put back on a little bit too tight and it was grabbing on like the inside of this ring light here, like yeah, right there. And it was kind of preventing it from kind of flinging back. Okay, I managed to put it back on and tighten them just enough to where like it might be okay. It's still being a little funky with me, but it'll at least go back down. So I'm thinking that'll be all right for right now. Okay, 3 real quick things to note. 1, it rolls and it works. That means I put it together right, so that's awesome. 2, the engine is idling perfectly and it sounds so fluid and smooth. That is awesome. That means that the engine rebuild that Mike Gadbury did was super duper successful, and this thing is probably going to do many wonders for me this season. And thirdly, the brakes work. I did put a new brake rotor on here, and of course I rebuilt this entire cart, so that works as well. So all in all, I have successfully rebuilt an Ignite K3 cart and it works. Now I just have to see if I still remember how to drive it. So yeah, let's go drive it. All right, and we just finished our first test session of the new cart. And first impressions, it feels really good. I have obviously took like 10-15 laps to get the tires broken, and that rear brake caliper took a little while too since it's brand new. But once all that stuff got burned in, we were doing really good. The balance feels great, the power delivery feels great. We were able to knock our time down to a 36.5 on the first run, which, considering that I wasn't really focused on speed and that my skills were a little rusty after the off season, I'll take it. And we're back. It is the Friday before the race, and the cart is back. And we also got a new setup. I didn't get it on video, but my old tent basically lost a battle with the wind and crippled itself. So I got a brand new tent, and it's got these fancy little sidewalls. So now I get more shade, and it kind of creates like a nice little housing around my car. So that is super awesome. I've got a nice little place to stay in here and create some videos in here where I don't have like crazy amounts of sunlight just blaring at me and like it looks like I am in heaven. I also got pretty much every square inch of this cart except the front fairing paint protected. So all of this has clear film over it to make sure that it does not come off, or to make sure that it doesn't get scratched. And if it does get scratched, then I can just peel off the clear layer, put a new layer on, and then it looks good as new again. We're gonna take this thing out here pretty soon. I'm going to make one single change. I'm going to switch this out for a 62 tooth gear because this weekend's layout is going to be fast. So I want to get a feel for what the cart feels like on that gear. I don't see myself making any other changes. I just want to make sure the cart works and get my personal ability back up. And then if I need to make any adjustments to the cart, I'll probably make that according to what the track feels like tomorrow. So we'll make that change and then we'll get the cart back out there and see what it feels like.
12 seconds later.
So as it turns out, we are actually already on a 62. So that was a big fat waste of time. But what I do know from that is that from that one test that we did last Friday, is that this cart is stupid fast in a straight line if I was chipping that early on a 62. Or either that or I am way underweight. I'd probably like to get on the scale at some point to see where I am. But if I am getting that much speed out of a 62, that's really good news. Yeah, we'll figure that out, put it back together, and then get out on a track.
How you play the game with the people that writing the rules? Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do, and lonely at the through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on the grind, one thing at a time. Hard to understand, kind of person got the state of mind. We was making moves every day, getting things in line. You could go and say what you want, but believe that I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know we ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in.
All right, and that is going to conclude our preseason for the 2024 season, and the kart feels amazing. I don't think I have felt this kart feeling this good genuinely since I first got it. Like, the kart feels brand new again. It feels like it's on rails, and it's just amazing to drive, and I am so glad I did that whole rebuild thing, and I am so far super duper happy with how this feels, and it seems like I still remember how to drive it. I've received a lot of compliments today about my driving, so that combined with how the kart is performing is giving me a very, very big confidence boost going into tomorrow. One thing I did notice while I was out there driving is that the kart felt just a little tail happy. When I was falling behind some people, like when I was falling behind Carter Riddle, I'll put the footage up, he would take a really wide line into some of the corners, and if I tried to follow that line, the kart would just come completely around. And so I'm thinking that either the rear end of the kart is too heavy or the front end is too light. So I may make some adjustments for that tomorrow, but I mean, for right now, it still feels really, really good. I think I got down to a 36.2 at one point. Been running in the consistent 36.4, 36.5 range all day. And I was 70 pounds overweight because I'm fat, so I may have to take off this 8-pound weight right here and top off the tank, and that should get me closer to that 360 mark, and since it's on the seat, that may bring some of the weight towards the back, towards the front of the kart rather, which should help with that weight balance issue I was having. And yeah, we're just gonna take this into tomorrow and see what we can do and have some fun. So I will see you guys next time when we come out here and race for the first time in 2024. See you guys later. Peace out.